Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode we finally completed Tier 1 of our Imperial Reconquest. We vassalized the Sultan of Rome and then we murdered him for basically no reason. So we have his successor in charge there now of a single county, which he's ruling with his kingdom title. I'd like to probably revoke that from him at some point, but unfortunately we can't do it with kingdom titles without annoying our other vassals, but that's okay, we'll figure something out at some point, I'm sure. For now, he can just stay there with his one county. But we've made a quick start on Tier 2 of our Imperial Reconquest with our invasion of Sicily. We are looking pretty good here. We've wiped out the Sicilian army and are about to start sieging. They're re-raising more troops, but not going to be enough to stop us, I think. Vassal King of Wallachia is creating titles, which is his prerogative, I guess. And it's the Duke of the Aegean Sea there is having a revolt against him. I think we'll split our armies a bit and spread out to siege more things. Should be able to speed up this war a little bit. He has called in Genoa, so I'm not entirely sure how many troops we can expect to see from them. Probably not a huge amount, I guess. They aren't very rich right now either, so they can't afford thousands of mercenaries or anything. We'll keep an eye out though. I think this is them here? No? That is a different person entirely. Okay, I don't see any armies from Genoa. We are also helping out Croatia in their war, of course, which they are having kind of a bad time in for the moment, but can't really spare the troops to help them right now. My son is aiming for the stars, the ambitious little brat. So this is second in line for the throne, after our eldest son. So it's maybe a little bit dangerous to make him ambitious, but I think we'll do it. It's such a good trait. If he was third in line, I'd say no. But I think there's enough chance that we end up playing as him that I'll take the risk. Okay, I guess Sicily just attacked us across the strait here with... it wasn't across the strait, it was just into hills, but with much lower numbers, which seems like a terrible idea. King of Sweden is offering to ransom this person to us. Sure. I accept. Married to Sven Rolfsson? Okay. I guess it's something to do with the Varangian Guard, is why we have relatives up in Sweden. Or maybe the Varangian Guard came about because of the Swedish relatives, who knows. He's complaining about his dark cell, we'll let him rot. We're up to 42% already. So we shouldn't have too much trouble here. Ooh, looks like Croatia is gonna have a nasty battle there. Speaking of the Varangian Guard, this guy, Cole Torkelson, has married a local woman and decided to remain in Constantinople instead of returning home to the barbaric frozen wasteland he once came from. He has pledged his continued service to you. Okay. He becomes Orthodox as well. Okay. Sounds good. He's not an amazing character, but I guess he can stay. So I do see 3,000 troops from Genoa here, but I think we're pretty safe with our 6,000 behind the strait here. They shouldn't be able to attack us profitably. Recently I've taken my ward with me when I travelled around the country visiting different villages, castles and cities. I constantly explain to my ward how people trade, what sort of crops we grow on the land, and so on. So he's going to gain some stewardship. Sounds good. 2 stewardship, very nice. And Croatia did lose that battle there. The new Duke of Cyprus. He is quite fond of me, that's good. And Genoa is just wandering around there, looking wistfully across the strait. I know he's leaving, okay. Siege has ended, we'll take the enemy commander. Our siege of the capital is about to finish, so with any luck we might be able to capture the Count of Sicily, I guess. Though technically he's a duke. We'll release prisoners and take everyone. Unfortunately does not include the Count/Duke himself, but maybe we do get enough war score from one of those prisoners to get us to 100, which is good. We'll go ahead and end this then as soon as this updates. Gain 100 prestige. We're going to vassalize him, I think. We usurped the title. Okay, so maybe not. We actually gained several counties in here. Okay. That's fine. We'll grant them out to random characters. And we are now over our vassal limit, but that's okay. We'll be able to get rid of quite a few as we grant out the duchy title here. Back down to 42, so we should have a new fairly powerful vassal over here who is very happy with me. Which is always nice. So rather than just disbanding our troops, I think we're going to go and transport them across to Croatia. Swoop in and rescue him there. I guess it's sort of pointless to do that, but we may as well. Pointless because we are going to conquer him pretty soon, since he is part of our Tier 2 of our Imperial Reconquest. It focuses on the Balkans and Sicily. Presumably that means the de jure Kingdom of Sicily, which extends this far in Italy. And I'm assuming it's probably just Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, and actually no, just those three, I guess, since, yeah, Hungary has a couple of counties in there. Okay. So I think we can actually just land them in Dubrovnik, and they'll be pretty well situated. Put our best commanders in charge. And we'll march off in search of armies to fight. You were just approached by Sven Rolfsson, who tried to convince me to join him in his vile heresy. We'll engage her in theological debate. And I think that will result in Sven getting converted. Free tech points, thank you. Sven is convinced by our arguments. Our Duke of Thessalonica is happier. We're taking attrition here, so let's see if we can get out and attack the army as quickly as possible. Call to arms from Armenia against some Emir. I guess we'll accept this. So we attacked over a river and into mountains, so not ideal. We have much greater numbers though, so there'd be no great problem, and we're actually fighting the Pope himself here. An architect has been brought before your court proposing the construction of a new castle in Bow for less resources than such a massive project would normally require. Before you can give him an answer, our Megas Logothetes whispers in our ear, "I know this man, I believe we can trust him." So I think we can afford to spend 400 gold on a castle. Where exactly is this? One of these counties in here, I assume? Since that should be all of our domain, I guess not. We must have some other land somewhere else. I don't see any. We kind of had a land, or had a county up here somewhere. Oh, Bow is here, okay. Alright, I guess we're getting a cheap castle up there. Yeah, I guess we've gained these counties due to some weirdness with them not having any holdings in them. I guess that's fine. In fact, I think we actually overpaid for that castle since the holding was, or since the county was empty. They only cost, yeah, 350. Okay. Note to self, in future, take note of where this is actually going to happen before agreeing. Spend 400 gold on a castle. Captured some prisoners in that battle. We'll follow the army. So down to 66% for Croatia here. Is this all from... Not all from battles and sieges. Some of it is ticking war score because he hasn't taken any of his war goal, which I think is just this county. Well, it's the duchy, but this is the only county available. So I think we'll head in here and maybe assault this if we have the numbers. Uh-oh. Dangerous factions. Oh dear. Because finally our chickens are coming home to roost. Obviously the Despot of Rome is in a lot of factions, but he shouldn't be too powerful. We'll send out gifts pretty freely here. You already had a gift. Send him a title though. See if that helps things out. I suppose we can righteously imprison him for any reason. No, okay. Well, we'll see how that helps things, if at all. Well, definitely got rid of the dangerous faction at least. Or one person out of it. And we can assault this. So we will. And we can take everyone prisoner. Not the actual king, though. Our duke was accosted by brigands. Yes, yes. We'll keep everyone happy with 50 gold. You are no longer content to rest on your laurels. The problems facing your realm are legion, and clearly no one can fix them but you. So we become ambitious. Excellent. Very pleased about that. Let's assault the next holding here since we're going to take attrition anyway. We'll take all the prisoners. Looks like Croatia doesn't have much of an army together yet. We'll try to take out some more of these troops. I guess we'll fight these armies, then maybe we'll march on the capital and see if we can siege that pretty quickly. Or even assault it. Maybe bring this war to an end quickly. Dangerous factions again. Well, actually, I guess losing a bunch of our levy is not a good idea when we have these factions, now that I think about it. We should at least stop just casually assaulting things anyway. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Oh, this guy is new. He wants 240 gold, sure. And a title, hopefully that will help him out. Where is our Chancellor right now? In Thessalonica. So we should probably send him to work on somebody else here. I guess maybe you. So somebody got out of this faction, but this is the more dangerous one right now. And somebody just left, so we're looking a little better there. We could assault this. did just say I wasn't going to. Let our prisoner rot in our dungeons. Yeah, I think we'll not assault it. We'll play it a bit safer. Is it really right for us and the infidels to be fighting each other, even if they worship idols and blaspheme? They are still the children of God. They too are people, aren't they? Because we're cynical, we can gain 5 prestige. Or we can gain 5 piety. We'll gain the prestige. So ideally here we'll capture the king and allow Croatia to end their war immediately. My son always has his nose in the scriptures and spends all of his time among the priests. I guess he can become zealous. We would lose the trait cynical as well, which I wouldn't really mind, I suppose. Sure. To appoint a new ecclesiarch. Guess the ecumenical patriarch will do just fine. Now let's check out our religion. All of this land over in Sicily is Catholic, so we'll want to convert that. I think we've converted almost everything over here. We should probably send him to convert this county first, though. It has come to my attention that this guy, who is in Kiev, is fabricating claims. They better not use it, okay. More claims fabricated. Alright, let's try to use them. Bet you won't. We'll see. Oh, they're using them. Well, as long as they don't actually attack us. Let our prisoner continue to rot in the dungeon, of course. No further characters joining the factions. I've taken my ward with me again when we travel around the country visiting different villages, etc. So he's going to gain even more stewardship. Just 1 this time. It's still pretty good. Castle we commissioned has been finished and its construction required even less resources than originally planned, so still cost us 300 gold. I guess that is a small saving on what it would have been otherwise. But I guess we'll just grant it to some random character. And I think since we built it, it's not actually going to show up under grant recently acquired land here, so we just have to manually give it out. To some suitable person. Okay, so we have you and you directly under us for some reason. Supposed to be part of this duchy, which we don't actually have. Okay. Well, we might create that at some point. Maybe we'll build another castle in here at some point and then grant the duchy to somebody. I think we can just leave things as they are for the moment, though. We're about to finish the siege on the capital here. Discovered prisoners who will be released, and we'll take everybody prisoner, including the king. So you're welcome, Croatia. I hope you're grateful. I hope you remember this when we come back and conquer your entire country. And my brother asked me for a fief of his own. We'll have to tell him he's not ready. Did we lose some diplomacy somehow? We used to be able to mention a church career. But for now we'll disband our troops. I swear to God, if Croatia loses war score and gets off 100%, no, they're fine. Current generation of young men from Nicomedia have won fame for their bravery and strength while fighting in your armies. Good. They bring much honor to their families. So we get extra morale and levy reinforcement rate. Let's check on this war over here. What is this over? The Duchy of Van. Is this a war that... Armenian Holy War for Van, so it is Armenia's war. It looks like they're having a bad time, actually. But I don't think we're gonna bother to help them. We've done our due diligence when it comes to our allies for now. But we do have dangerous factions again. This one's just over 70%. Well, our Chancellor is working on this guy. We could get rid of this guy. He's the one who's up here by creating this title and granting it to you. Sure, we'll do that. That's a good enough reason, I think, to do it right now instead of waiting for later. So I don't know whether he gets this county as well, or we have to keep it. I think we won't be able to actually grant it to him, so we'll just have to keep it for the moment. So he's out of that faction. Still dangerous, though. How powerful is Rome compared to our other vassals? Yeah, I kind of thought he wouldn't be that powerful. Okay. All the way down here at 5%, so presumably the main force in this faction is either this guy or Heristrion. And I guess it's him. He seems to be ahead of Peristrion, so we're already working on him with our Chancellor, so not much more we can do there, really. I think we've already bribed him. And we don't have titles to give him. Okay. Presumably the increased Crown Authority penalties will drop off pretty soon. What we could do as well is to press his de jure claim on this county, which would certainly improve his opinion. We may still have a truce with these guys, though. We do. Okay, so we have to wait a while before doing that, if that's even a good idea. But anyway, we're out of time for this episode right now, so we'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.